Good afternoon and welcome to the live webinar on My Mission Admission, your gateway to your dream career, course and college. Career opportunities, future scope, jobs, streams, these are a few of the many concerns that students have while choosing their course for higher education. So to help them ease their anxiety, today we are going to discuss about engineering fields and opportunities available after engineering, along with job profiles in various MNCs, defense, research, government sectors, education, technical line, etc. All these and more queries will be answered in today's webinar, Opportunities for Engineering Students. This very important and life-changing topic is being discussed by the eminent faculty members of Global Institute, Amritsar. We have amongst us Ms. Gopika. She is heading the Department of Admissions. Professor Harban Singh Gill, Department of Computer and Science Engineering, and Professor Harmandeep Singh, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Welcome everyone to the live webinar on My Mission Admission.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So without any more delay, let us begin with our today's topic. Ms. Gopika, would you please enlighten the students about the opportunities they have, after their engineering?
There are lot many trades available in BTech these days. So BTech is said to be one of the renowned courses throughout the world. So engineering is a degree which is actually a specialized degree if I talk about any trade in engineering. And there are lot many opportunities available throughout in all the trades. Either it could be, if I say about computer science, if I say about IT, if I say about mechanical engineering or any other field. It all depends. Student is interested in which field. But the sector. When I talk about the engineering, specifically this engineering trade, so that is a degree which gives you a ranking in the market, in the industry, in anywhere you go. Either it's defense services, either it's government sector or private sector or any multinational company. So student is eligible to go anywhere because there's none of the degree which is above engineering.
Right. So, ma'am, could you please explain about the various fields? I mean, which field will be benefited to a student for their respective, career choices? Is it mandatory to have a certain kind of field for a certain kind of job? So, how do the students go about it?
Ma'am, actually, there's nothing about when I talk about mandatory for something because it's all about interest. If somebody is good with computers, so he or she should go for either computer sciences because that's a hardware engineering, or if somebody is interested for software, so he or she should go for IT. That's information technology. Now, if I talk about say USA, so USA is a hub for IT engineers. That's for the software engineering. And if I talk about India, so we have both the sectors available, hardware also and software too. So it's nothing like it's all about which field a student wants to excel in actually. So if I talk about mechanical also, so there's a lot of manufacturing units. I talk about automobiles. I talk about any kind of machinery a student can work in. So it's not about that which is a good field or which is, which is better or which is not that good. It all depends upon how well versed student is with the field and how interested he or she is doing that work. So there's opportunity in every sector. There's opportunity in every sector. Again, repeating my words, either government, either private, it all depends in which is your area to excel for. So that's the main point. And if I talk about placements in our campus or say anywhere around, engineers are welcomed everywhere. Yeah, though they get a ranked position on which if I talk about MBA, that's a postgraduate degree, but still BTech will be given better ranking than that also. Okay. Because it covers managerial part and this covers engineer. Engineer is basically a doctor of everything. And this is the only degree which gives you designation after graduation. Like we'll be getting a designation of ER. It will be engineer so and so. And there's none of the degree which gives us that designation or position in the society. So definitely that's a renowned degree. And again, everything is dependent upon on which student is interested in and how good he can do in his or her field.
Right.
Say to be trade.
You were saying, sorry?
As I say, to be any trade, student can excel in any field. That's not the problem. That is not a specification of any single trade. Now, somebody is
Right.
good with computers, but he's not good with machines. Obviously, he has to go
Hmm.
with computers because he could, give better output on that. And a mechanical engineer would always be good with machines.
Right. So, ma'am, could you just state some examples, like what kind of job will suit what kind of engineering? If there is a specification in that manner. Suppose a student is interested in some kind of job. So, what kind of engineering should he be opting for? Like you just said, for if interested in computers, so he can go for computer engineering. But
Sure.
what kind of job opportunities will that student have?
Definitely.
Or maybe
Professor Harwant Singh Gill is from Computer Sciences Department, so he could give your answers to a good extent. So I'm just referring now the session to Professor Harwant Singh Gill. So we'll be answering the questions
sure.
about computers, IT, and computer sciences. And when we'll be coming towards electronics, so Harman Deep Singh will be covering that area, right?
Sure.
Hello, good afternoon, friends. Myself, Pravan Singh Gill from Computer Science Engineering Department of Global Institutes. As far as engineering is concerned, basically we have five types of streams. First one is computer science engineering, then electronics communication engineering, information technology engineering, mechanical engineering, and civil engineering. Simply, if we talk about computer science engineering and information, in our region, computer science engineering and information technology are these two different fields. But if we talk about the global scenario, there is only one field that is considered information technology. In computer science engineering, a particular student will learn what is computer, what are the various applications related to computer, how we can make a new software, what are the various platforms to build a new software, how we can check the errors and efficiency of the software, how we can create a network, what about the various protocols that help to govern data transfer. Let us suppose we have some new technologies like wireless access network, ad hoc network, military area network. So these all are the techniques, all are the study subjects which we will study in
Right, sir. Right. Okay, sir. So that means computer science is a very vast subject, I believe, right? Covers a lot of spheres. Hello, sir. So is there some technical issue? Ma'am, your microphone is on mute.
Yeah, just unmuted.
Yes, there was some technical snag, I believe.
Does it fine?
Yes, yes, it is fine now. Perfect.
Yes. We were on towards Mr. Harwant Singh Gill. So he was on CSC and information technology. So we'll be continuing with the same talk again. So I'm just forwarding it to him.
Right.
Okay, friends, we were discussing about the job scenarios in computer science, engineering, and information technology. Actually, computer science, engineering, and information technology, it is basically deals with two types of area of net. One hardware area, and second one is software area. If we take hardware area in our concern, in that case, basically we deals with the study of networks. What is a network? How we can make a new network? What are the various protocols that can be used in a network? What is a microprocessor? How we can transfer data between two PCs? How we can share the resources of PC? So these all categories are considered in hardware portion. If we talk about software reason, in software reason, we will basically cover about programming language. What is a programming language? How we can build a new software? What are the various platforms are available to produce new softwares? How we can check the errors in a particular software? How we can make the operating system for smartphones? So these all are concerned within computer science, engineering, and information technology is software reason. So apart from that, we can also find some jobs in system analyst designation. In a system analyst, we will simply find the feasibility study. Let us suppose we are going to set a new system or going to make a new software. In that case, we have to study feasibility, technical feasibility and economical feasibility. So a person, if uh, will be aware regarding all the setup, all the techniques, then he can make a judgment for economical and as well as technical aspect. So these two are concerned. One is hardware side and second is software engineering. So computer science engineering and information technology, these two fields cover hardware portion and as well as software portion. If we consider about the job opportunities, in the job opportunities, again we have two sectors. One is software and second is hardware. In software section, there are so many software companies, multinational companies, which provide jobs uh, to fresher engineers. For example, TCS, HCL, Infosys, Accenture. So these all are the companies which hire freshers, and all these companies have already done placement in our campus. So many social sites are there. Let us take the example of Facebook. So like Facebook, there are so many websites are there, so many applications are there that can be coded and checked separately, and then they can be online to availability of various persons. So these all will be covered in computer science, engineering, and information technology. Job as aspect will be a software engineer, a hardware engineer, a local network administrator. Apart from that, a system analyst, the research and development department. Apart from that, telecommunication sector. Uh, so these all are the area which we can cover and in which we can take job after completion of our BTech in computer science engineering and information technology. So if we talk about the subjects in computer science engineering and information technology, the subjects will be about basic, what is basic computer, then programming language such as C, C++, Java, .NET, Python, Perl, window programming. So these all are the programming language. Apart from that, we will study about the system programming, about the computer networks, about various protocols, about expert system, about asynchronous transfer mode, the all the transactions which we study. In these days, all the transactions in banking sector and as well as in online shopping website. So all the transaction should be secure. So for that, we basically use HTTPS, that is a hypertext transfer protocol in a secure mode. So for example, this is a particular protocol. So like this particular protocol, we will study another protocols also. Okay, what are the various applications and benefits of other protocols which can use to govern data transfer. So apart from that, if we talk about information technology, in information technology, we have some programming language which are helpful to making some simple applications like calculator, like our system software module, or some device drivers also. If we talk about device driver concept, which we basically use our in system to connect a particular hardware to our machine. So we need a system software that is concerned device manager. So the coding of device manager is simply done with the basic programming language, for example, C and C++, because these two languages are there which can only directly access the memory of a system. So due to this reason, so we will study about the nature and availability of programming languages, which are what are the various programming languages are there, and how we can put best effort to maintain our software in a best manner. So if a particular person want to opt BTech computer science engineering and information technology, so he has a very vast area for their future. So I wish all the very best to all the friends who are listening this webinar, and give them my best wishes to work hard and stay blessed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome in.
It has been really wonderful. You have explained the concept so well, in such a detail, very good detail. I'm sure the students will be really benefited from it. Right, ma'am?
Right, sure, ma'am. And now if we come towards the trade of, say, electronics and mechanical, so Professor Harmandeep Singh will be telling all the details and opportunities available for the students today. So I'm just forwarding the camera towards him.
Sure.
Very good afternoon to the students who are listening this webinar. So first of all, I let you know, all the students, that it depends upon one's own interest, right? Whichever field you
I think there is again a technical snag there.
Yeah.
Is it fine now, sir?
It's fine?
Yes, sir. It's fine now.
Yeah. So I was just talking that it depends upon one's own interest in whichever field he wants to go, right? So I'll talk about myself, that when I want to go for BTech, when I joined BTech, I used to unscrew many electronic gadgets, So I have that kind of interest in myself. So that's depend upon the one's interest, that if he or she wants to go for electronics, if she or wants to go for computer science and all other fields, right? So talking about electronics.
Are we audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay?
Yes, it's fine, sir.
Okay. So talking about electronics and communication field, I want to let you people know that electronics is basically a branch of science which deals with the use of motion of electrons, right? In our +2, in our 10th, we used to study the various topics and fundamentals and facts about the protons, electrons, right? So that's why in the same scenario we used to study about the electrons also. So in electronics and communication branch of this engineering field, we make use of this motion of electrons, right? So we know how to make use of these electrons. In the very same sense, if we talk about communication or telecommunication, like as we are communicating with each other, right? So this is communication, and how we make our communication more effective. What are the flaws? Likewise, we are talking with each other, and in the same time, the connection gets lost out. So these are the flaws, and why these flaws are coming in our conversation. Why we are getting interrupted in between. What are the basic flaws we are getting in our conversation? These facts, fundamentals, advantages, pros and cons of communication we study in telecommunication part, right? So favoring my field a bit more, I'll say electronics and communication field is an evergreen field. So in this field, you can go for electronics, core electronics, like many companies that are in core field, like LG is there, Samsung, Onida is there. So they'll opt you, like, because you are an electronics engineer. And talking about telecommunication part, there are many more companies like Hutch is there, which is now is converted into Vodafone. Vodafone is there, Airtel is there, BSNL is there. So there are many telecommunication companies which hire you for your telecommunication part. So it is a very good field or evergreen field you can choose, right?
That's true, sir. You have rightly said that it's an evergreen field, and not only evergreen, it's an ever-growing field, I would say.
Yeah, and one thing I want to add here is that all the fields at some point at the end you can say are interconnected, right? Likewise, there is no car today in today's scenario. There is no car which is mechanically oriented only, right? You want a mounted steering controls, right? You want a sensor on your windscreen or on your dashboard. Likewise, when the rain comes and the wipers starts automatically. So it is a concept of mechatronics, right? Mechanical and electronics. So all the fields at some sense at the end you can say are interconnected. So it depends upon one's own interest. I'll again say that it depends upon one's own interest in which field he has interest and wants to opt for. Right?
That's true. Right. That's very rightly said, sir. Because very rightly said so that everything is interconnected and overlapping, and that's why I think the jobs also go hand in hand, and it is a matter of interest. Which do you give more weightage to according to your interest?
Right.
That's really good, sir, and I'm sure the students will have a lot of insight after listening to this webinar, because it has given a lot of opportunities, and it must have cleared the minds of the students, because often we come across students who are confused between different fields of engineering. So I think this will really help them.
Ma'am, even I would like to add on about civil engineering also, because we have a civil engineering also with us. So we've around five different fields, and we've opted for these fields because there are a lot many opportunities available in the market. Say as an entrepreneur also, and as we talk about the placement also in the companies, also in multinational companies. Even Harwant sir will, he would love to add few points for the civil engineering also. So students should be clear with the point that what they could do after civil engineering. So they could have different options for them, so they can choose better.
Right.
Hello friends, in my second section I will simply discuss about civil engineers and what is the various job opportunities in civil engineering field. Basically, if we talk about what is civil engineering is basically deals with the study of construction. What are various types of construction? What are various principles used in construction? That is suppose the all infrastructure which we can see in our country, it is actually will get converted into a civil engineering field. If we discuss about the subjects of civil engineering, in civil engineering, we will study about construction, what are various parameters used in construction. Let us suppose we are looking forward to construct a bridge. So, how we can construct a bridge? What will be the parameter to construct a bridge? What will be the life of bridge? What will be the maximum level of weight that can bear a bridge? So all these parameters will be my concern to make a new bridge. So if we talk about
Right.
the construction of a home, we will simply find what will be the total area, what will be the total square feet area, how many pillars will be there, how many open beams will be there, how many closed beam will be there, what will be the distance between two pillars, how can two pillars can bear maximum weight. So all these parameters will be covered in civil engineering. In civil engineering, we will also study about the strength of material. Strength of material will find the stiffness and hardness of a particular material. Due to this property of material, we can say that this building can bear, or this bridge or this road can bear up to this particular level of weight. So
Right.
apart from that, in civil engineering, we also study about the construction principles used in various geographical area. Let us suppose a building is located in a plain area, then the construction parameter will be different than a building that is located in hilly area. Similarly, a building if
Very,
constructed
very
in
true.
a desert area, the construction parameter will not be same as in plain area and in hilly area. So in civil engineering, we will simply study about this type of construction according to the geographical area, which type of construction we have to opt for. So, if we talk about the job opportunities in civil engineering, in civil engineering, maximum jobs may be in government sector and private sector. In government sector, we have our PWD department, that is local road construction department. Apart from that, we have National Highway Authority. Apart from that, we have MES, Military Engineering Services. In military engineering services, it is a department which provide infrastructure to all the army persons or all the army camps. So there is a lot of job opportunities in civil engineering. If a person want to opt civil engineering, so they have a possibility that they can continue either in government sector and as well as in private sector. If we talk about private sector, all the municipal corporations which are at this time uh, going to develop our city or our state, so they give tenders to the private firms. And in private firms, there are so many need of engineers, so many persons are required for technicality sport. So for this concern, L&T companies there, DLF is there. Apart from that, so many multinational companies are there. They are working very large scale in our country and abroad and as well as in USA.
मत करो हमने
Hello, ma'am. I think your microphone is mute.
yeah it's unmute.
Yeah, sorry, there was a slight technical snag here.
Okay.
That's okay, ma'am. No worries. Actually,
Yeah.
ma'am, I just want to add on with Mr. Harman and Mr. Harvan Singhil. Actually, what my concern part is that when I talk about, when he was telling about that all the fields are interconnected, so it's actually connection on in at all the different steps of engineering. If I talk about computers, so we need a machine along with the computer these days. So nothing is manual.
Right.
We need a smartphone to use. Again, that is computerized. All applications being used in a smartphone is again computerized. ATM machines we are using, robots we are using. So everything is actually computerized. So we talk about any field of engineering, they all are interconnected. If again come
That's
towards
true.
engineering, so if we talk about the infrastructure, every country, every city, every state needs infrastructure building. And what infrastructure is actually, if I talk about Bhutan itself, if I talk about Punjab, I talk about India, I talk about anything, infrastructure development is the priority development for any government of any country, any state. Now the concern is that for any kind of development, engineers are required in every field. So that's why BTech is said to be the topmost prior degree, which can't be, overranked by any other degree in the world. Any
I
country,
agree.
engineering is always is said to be the best degree. And if we talk
That's
about global institutes here, and we are teaching there. So our part of concern is that we have even tie-ups with international universities of America, in which student could pursue half of the degree here and half of the degree in say different American universities. And apart from that, also we have all the labs and infrastructure workshops, which is actually available here and which is. Are we audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So I just wanted to end this webinar, say by the last words is that engineering is going to the topmost degree, say in any place, any country, any state. So engineers are said to be basically the designated, say, officers anywhere. Either it's government sector, either it's private sector. And when I
That's
talk
true, ma'am.
about we have everything available for engineers here.
All right, so that's very rightly said. If you could just quickly tell about the eligibility and the requirement for an engineering course in your institute.
The eligibility condition for plus two, for the BTech is plus two in non-medical. So we need sciences group along
Right.
with maths. So that's, and requirement is, percent requirement is minimum 60%. And rest, nothing is required because we'll be conducting a small test here. That will be a very general test. That will be a scholarship test still. If student will be eligible for that scholarship, we'll be giving them scholarship too. And otherwise, we just need 10 plus 2 with non-medical. That's it. That's the requirement. Or even it could be even students, if they had done diploma, say engineering diploma after 10, 3 years diploma, so they could
Right.
come into lateral entry of BTech in second year. Any of the course in the second year. So that's the eligibility condition.
Okay. That will be helpful actually.
Yeah. And
All
else,
right.
if they need to check with any information regarding this, as per the eligibility and everything, students can visit our website, that is www.globalinstitutes.edu.in. I'm again repeating, globalinstitutes.edu.in. They can definitely check with every single detail on our website, our placements, eligibility condition, even via website, they can visit our Facebook page. So they can check all the
Okay.
activities being done in the college. So online registration is also available. So everything is available on website, ma'am. And moreover, our numbers are also available, helpline numbers. And say if they
All
need
right.
any kind of information, they can send us an email. We can definitely reply back there and then.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been really, really helpful. And I'm sure the students will be greatly benefited from this webinar that you just delivered today.
Thank you so much,
All
ma'am.
three of you, you were wonderful. Professor Harman, Professor Harvinder, you were really good today. Thank you so much, and our students will be really benefited from it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, audience. Thank you, audience, for your wonderful time. Stay tuned in for our more webinars. Thank you.